So hey, we're here coast to coast.
Coast to coast, well, mid coast to coast. Huh? Yeah, the third coast. That's what they call this area of the country sometimes. But
I like
I
that.
wanted to thank you, Laura De Leon, for your amazing meditation that you did.
Day I was completely discombobulated and thrown off in everything I was doing, and it makes sense because of what's going on around our country right now with tornadoes. So for myself, I needed to find a place of peace within me. That's always the place to begin. So today I created what's called the White Dove of Peace meditation.
And I did notice a reduction in tornado activity today. So hopefully, between me and my tornadoes turn in a clockwise fashion. So you need to imagine a counterclockwise air movement. Imagine the air going counterclockwise to balance out all of this clockwise tornado energy. But that was fun. We actually collaborated, and that was a beautiful video.
Thank you for suggesting to do the meditation, which is awesome and keeps me on my toes. And all the other beautiful people out there who are sending out love to the world. Thank you and keep it up.
The people are so. I'm used to California where the weather is so stable. I mean, we worry about earthquakes in California, but it's tornado season here in the Midwest, and they always tune into the Weather Channel, and I think I've just been more tuned into that being here at this time of year. So it's interesting.
Yeah.
It may be the reason I was called to be here. Everything else is just frosting on the cake. It was a very powerful.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You're also doing something pretty important there on Saturday.
Yeah. Thank you, my dear, and thank you for all your suggestions. We're talking about my father's ash spreading ceremony, and he died back in January. And we have I picked a beautiful meadow, a marsh really, that's near the lake that he has here, and I saw white deer in that.
Incredible.
Yeah. There was a white deer. It was there again this evening. So we've been seeing it appear almost every evening. Yeah.
Haven't captured it yet on
It's so far away. It would just be a tiny little white speck on my camera. You'd have to have a telephoto lens because it's a good mile away. But we use the binoculars to see it. You can just see the little white. It stands out in the meadow, and you can just see the little white.
That's precious. Even though it's on this coast, there's not the weather tornadoes happening. Energetically, everybody's feeling those tornadoes. We were talking about that earlier. For myself, anytime the winds are going strong, like they are here in California now as well, thoughts feel really scattered. It feels for me, it's really challenging to stay focused. Really frustrating at times too.
Yeah. I noticed in the video I was wearing a Jamba Juice hat, which has a little tornado on the top of it. I didn't really realize that at first. Isn't that funny?
Was that intentional?
No, it wasn't intentional. I was watching the video. I'm like, I've got a little Jamba Juice tornado on the top of my hat. It's a little white tornado, and yeah, there it was. You can see the next time you watch the video.
But I did like your. Okay.
Yeah.
I did like your idea very much about visualizing the tornado, the energy counterclockwise. There is I sent you a piece on David Wilcock, who is said to be the reincarnation of Edgar Casey, which would be cool to check Edgar Casey out.
I saw the whole rapture thing, the whole energy of this Harold Camping making these oddball predictions about the Bible, saying it's the day of judgment on May 21st, and now he's like, oh no, I meant October 21st. That's when I sort of lost it. That's probably the least spiritual I've ever been on Dream Shield. I was very surprised at this gentleman who's made all these horrific predictions of the end of the world that he claims are based on the Bible, saying that now October 21st would be the new end of the world. That is just really horseshit. I'm sorry. I have no other better word. I'm in Wisconsin in farm country. But that negative energy that's out there about all this destruction and doom on the 21st, and then on the 22nd, we see Joplin almost wiped off the face of the earth. It was. I mean, it's just too close to be a coincidence. So our thoughts are things, and when you get that many people thinking about destruction, it's not a healthy thing. I mean, it shouldn't.
That's destructive. That's what's destructive. The thoughts are destructive, and then, But I don't know. I don't know what his deal is. I don't know if he has any investments going on. That he has a following that he tells people this to, and then he buys up all their stuff, and then, oh no, how many times has the world ended now since you've been on the planet?
Yeah, I mean
those predictions.
He's been making these predictions since the 80s, and I just don't understand how he gets the amount of media coverage that he does.
Haven't we got yet that he's not psychic in any way? You can't make a prediction after prediction that doesn't work. I'm making a prediction for 2012.
Oh, all right.
It's going to be, I feel in 2012, we are going to be so far beyond any of this. We're going to be floating. Anywhere we want to be, we're just going to think it, we're going to be there. We don't have to be separated anymore. There's not going to be any more currency because we're going to get exactly what we want the moment we want it. Because we think about it and we're clear. The thoughts are pure. There's not going to be this prejudice. There's not going to be separation by anything anymore. There's not going to be any reason to be upset or feel jealous or feel angry or feel mad. There's not going to be any reason for that. As a matter of fact, those emotions will no longer even be in our vocabulary anymore because we'll be living in just light and beauty in anything that we've ever dreamed of. So that's my prediction for 2012.
That's beautiful.
What do you think?
I love it. I think that's a wonderful visualization of what we're going to have. And I mean, I've just been blessed to have been told to just share the word that it's going to be okay. There's nothing to fear. Yeah. I mean, 2012 is going to, the ironic thing about our project is all this beautiful work that we do, in the end, will make things seem like nothing happened. We just sort of go forward. But things are going to happen, though. There are going to be shifts.
I think the nothing happening isn't meaning that the big prediction of the world ending and that violence is not going to happen. But there's a lot happening.
Yeah.
There's a lot of consciousness being lifted. There's, what will this world look like when everybody's in joy and nobody's afraid anymore?